Kuchisake-onna, or the Slit-Mouthed woman, is a malevolent figure in Japanese urban legends and folklore. Described as the malicious spirit, or Onryō, of a woman, she partially covers her face with a mask or other item and carries a pair of scissors, a knife, or some other sharp object. She is most often described as a tall woman of about 175 to 180 centimeters. However, some people believe she is up to 8 feet tall, having long, straight black hair, white hands, pale skin, and otherwise being considered beautiful, except for her scar. She has been described as a contemporary yokai. According to popular legend, she asks potential victims if they think she is beautiful. If they respond with no, she will either kill them with her long medical scissors on the spot, or wait until nightfall and murder them in their sleep. If they say yes, she will reveal that the corners of her mouth are slit from ear to ear, and she will then repeat her question. If the individual responds with no, she will kill them with her weapon, and if they say yes hesitantly, she will cut the corners of their mouth in such a way that resembles her own disfigurement. Methods that can be used to survive an encounter with Kuchisake-onna include answering her question by describing her appearance as average. The Kuchisake-onna legend has been described as dating back to the 17th to 19th centuries, during Japan's Edo period. The story experienced a resurgence of awareness in 1970s Japan, when several newspapers and magazines reported on the legend. Rumors surrounding it spread throughout the country, leading to young children being accompanied by groups of adults while walking home from school. According to legend, Kuchisake-onna was a woman who was mutilated during her life, with her mouth being slit from ear to ear. In some versions of the story, Kuchisake-onna was the adulterous wife or a mistress of a samurai during her life. She grew lonely because the samurai was always away from home fighting, and began having affairs with men around the town. When the samurai heard of this, he was outraged. As punishment for her infidelity, her husband sliced the corners of her mouth from ear to ear. In other versions of the tale, her mouth was mutilated during a medical or dental procedure, or by a woman who was jealous of her beauty. In still other versions, her mouth is filled with numerous sharp teeth. After her death, the woman returned as a vengeful spirit, or Onryō. As an Onryō, she covers her mouth with a cloth mask, often specified as a surgical mask, or in some iterations, a hand fan or handkerchief. She carries a sharp instrument with her, which has been described as a knife, a machete, a scythe, or a large pair of scissors. She is also described as having supernatural speed. She is said to ask potential victims if they think she is attractive, often phrased as "watashi kirei," which translates to "am I pretty?" or "am I beautiful?" If the person answers no, she will kill them with her weapon. And if the person answers yes, she will reveal her mutilated mouth. She then repeats her question or asks "core demo," which translates to "even with this," or "even now." If the person responds with no or screams in fright, she will kill the person with her weapon. If the response is yes, she will slice the corners of the person's mouth from ear to ear, resembling her own disfigurement. An individual can survive an encounter with Kuchisake-onna by using one of several methods. In some versions of the legend, Kuchisake-onna will leave the potential victim alone if they answer yes to both of her questions, though in other versions, she will visit the individual's residence later that night and murder the person while sleeping. Another tactic is to say that the individual is running late and she will simply bow and apologize, allowing the individual to pass. Other survival tactics include replying to Kuchisake-onna's question by describing her appearance as average, giving the individual enough time to run away, distracting her by giving her money or hard candies, particularly the variety of candy known as Beko Aim, made of caramelized sugar, or throwing them in her direction, as she will stop to pick them up, or by saying the word pomade 3 times.